Alright guys, today's lesson is on elapsed time. You will be able to determine the following: how much time has passed, what time will it be when it ends, and then what time did the event start at. For today's lesson, the key word that you need to know is elapsed time, and that is the time that has passed between the start time and the end time of an event. So if you want to take out your thinking notebooks right now, you can write down this keyword for today's lesson. Keyword being elapsed time. You can go ahead and pause the video and get this word written in your thinking notebook. So when working with elapsed time, we will be studying two strategies, and then you will be able to choose the strategy that works best for you. Today's video is focused on one of the two strategies. You will learn the other strategy after you have completed this video. So today's strategy is using mountains, hills, and rocks. And I know it sounds kind of corny, but it's a really, really good way to help us remember how to use elapsed time. So when you're doing this, a mountain stands for 1 hour, a hill stands for 5 minutes, and a rock equals 1 minute. And this is a very visual strategy, very good for visual learners. So let's see the strategy in action. So if we look at the first problem that I have set up for you, Kate's soccer game started at 6:45. It finished at 8:18. How long did the game last? So I want you to think about how you would break this down using the mountains, hills, and rocks strategy, knowing that a mountain is 1 hour, a hill is 5 minutes, and a rock is 1 minute. You may even need to pause the video right now and actually write these down in your thinking notebook so you remember with the symbolism for each object. So go ahead, pause the video real quick and write down that a mountain means 1 hour, a hill means 5 minutes, and a rock means 1 minute. So if we look at the problem for Kate's soccer game, you can notice at the bottom of the screen I have written out 6:45 and I have written out 8:18, and I kind of have a number line going on right now. I'm going to use my mountains, my hills, and my rocks to determine how much time actually occurs between. So I'm going to start off with making a mountain, which would take me to 7:45 because the mountain equals 1 hour. Okay, and then I'm going to add some hills because I know if I do another mountain, I'm going to be way past 8:18, and I don't want to do that, so I'm going to do some hills. So I'm going to go 7:45 plus 5 minutes would be 7:50, plus 5 more minutes would be 7:55, plus 5 more would be 6 o'clock, or I'm sorry, 8 o'clock, oh my goodness, it'd be 8 o'clock. Plus 5 more minutes would be 8:05. And then 8:10. I'm gonna run out of space. And then 8:18 or 8:15. Alright, so I got to 8:15. So let's see, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes, 5 minutes. Alright, and then from 15 to 18, I'm going to have to put 3 rocks to represent those 3 minutes. Alright, so if I add all this up, I have 1 hour, and then I have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, plus 3. So 1 hour and 33 minutes was her time of her game. Alright, so there was your strategy using the mountains, hills, and rocks. Let's see how you do it. So I want you to try the next problem. So Felipe started watching TV at 3:25 a.m. That means he was up way past bedtime, and decided to go to bed at 6:45 a.m. How long did he watch TV? So I want you to pause the video right now and attempt to solve this problem in your math thinking notebook. Make sure when you're solving it, you're using the mountains, hills, and rocks strategy. Alright, so I have started my mountains and hills. So here we go. I have from 3:25 to 4:25 is a mountain, because that's 1 hour. And then 4:25 to 5:25, that's another hour. 5:25 to 6:25 would be another hour. And then I started counting with my 5 minutes, because I knew if I did another hour, that would be at 7:25 would be more than, it'd be way past 6:45. So I started counting with 5 minutes. So I have from 6:25 to 6:30 is 5 minutes. From 6:30 to 6:35 is 5 minutes. And then another 5 minutes. And then finally from 6:40 to 6:45 would be another 5 minutes. That would be my ending time. So for my hours, I have 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. And for my minutes, I have 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. So 3 hours and 20 minutes. Alright, go ahead and grab your note card. You have 2 problems for me today that you need to show your work. So if you need to use 2 note cards and staple them together, or do one problem on one side and one on the other, that is fine. Do not forget to write your name on the top of your note card. So problem number 1 is Mason started playing football at 11:10 p.m. and ended practice at midnight. How long did he play football? And then finally, your second problem is Cadence had cheer practice from 8:22 a.m. until 11:55 a.m. How long was her practice? So go ahead and complete these 2 problems. Make sure you put them in the binder when you are finished. And then when you're finished, there is homework in the basket for you to grab today. So don't forget to grab that before you leave your station. This concludes your first strategy for elapsed time.